guys, it's Alex here, and I wanted to make this video because if you guys saw the last video, it was kind of a somewhat a depressing kind of video, as you probably saw, but I wanted to make this video also to talk about, as you can tell by the title, I wanted to talk about Soyeondae Korean versus Japan, and it's just music-wise. It's music-wise, not like anything else. Like, oh, their fandom is big in Korea or Japan. No, this is just music. And I just lost track. Okay, yeah, Soyeondae Korea versus Japan. And just to let you guys know, if you guys have your own opinions, leave them in the comment section below. And now let's get started talking to it. So, as you guys know, Soyeondae is not only big in Korea, but also Japan. But the thing is, music-wise, Girls' Generation really is different when it comes to their Korean music and their Japanese music. I feel in Korea, when they release an album, they're kind of playing it safe. They don't do like much daring stuff. Like, the only daring songs that they really ever released was like Run Devil Run, The Boys, I Got a Boy, like those were really the only songs that were kind of bold for Girls' Generation. But if you look into Japan, to their Japanese releases like Flower Power, Loving Girls, Mr. Taxi, Super Galaxy, like, when Girls' Generation released like a Japanese single, to be honest, I prefer Girls' Generation's Japanese releases than their Korean releases, because I'm gonna get a lot of hate from probably lots of ones, but their Korean stuff, most of it does sound the same. Because they really only do like, they always try to kind of play it safe and use the same old kind of plan. And a lot of their music is usually kind of around the same thing. But in Japan, they, like, Flower Power, it was sexy, it was bold, Love and Peace, it was just, they do so much different things. Especially the songs that didn't have a music video, like I'm a Diamond, okay, here's the one, Let It Rain and Time Machine. Those two ballads, those are amazing ballads, and like, you really don't see Girls' Generation releasing ballads like Let It Rain and Time Machine in like Korea, as a Korean, like in Korean music. Sorry, but like, I really feel like Girls' Generation should start, at least in their Korean like music career, they should kind of start bringing in like stuff that they release in Japan, kind of like influencing it, try to take that influence and putting it into their Korean releases. Because to be honest, a lot of my favorite songs of Soyeondae were from their Japanese releases, like I said. And what really got me into Girls' Generation was their Japanese release for I can't speak today, for like Let It Rain, Time Machine, Bad Girls. Like, their Korean release, their Japanese releases, I mean, are so much more better than like G is, and like most of their Korean releases. Even like The Boys in Japanese, it kind of did sound better. And then a lot of the Korean releases that they end up translating into Japanese, they end up sounding so much better. And I really feel like Girls' Generation should start kind of taking some of their Japanese music style and putting it into what they've been releasing in Korea. Because in Korea, with their full-length albums, you probably have like a good 2 like strong tracks, but then the others kind of mix themselves in. While with the Japanese releases, like their songs, like, they have their own kind of style to it within, like, one single album. It's just, I really wish Girls' Generation were more daring in their Korean releases like they are in the Japanese releases. And I'm not sure if it's just because of the record label, because I believe that in Korea they're definitely with SM, but with the Japanese releases, I'm not sure if they work with SM still, or they do it with Avis Tracks, which is a big Japanese company, which a lot of Korean artists go to release their stuff. And I really feel like, though, like, even if they have to get some of, like, the people who work to make their Japanese releases to work with them on their Korean releases, I feel like it will probably bring Girls' Generation even up to a new level, because really all they're doing with their Korean releases is sticking with that egg yolk kind of cutesy kind of concept. And I know it's what Girls' Generation is all about, but that doesn't mean you have to limit yourself to that. Like, I got a boy. You kind of you picked up that kind of hip hop girl style, but not necessarily the concept. Like, they just took the hip hop girl style, tried to mix it in with the egg and cutesy thing, and even though it is a nice song, but it's not their best, to be honest, because it's just like a mix and mash of all craziness. It's like, if you compare it to like a song like Flower Power, Bad Girls, Loving Girls, Super Galaxy, Let It Rain, Time Machine, you know, those tracks are so much more stronger than like G and O and Run Double Run. And that's just my honest opinion. I really, really would love for Sonia to be, and you're probably gonna get tired of me saying this, but being daring, because it's gonna get to a point where that cutesiness is not gonna be working for you. So, you know, what's working for you in Japan is that being like sexy, kind of bold, kind of almost hardcore style. Like, I really wish that they would adopt that style for their Korean releases as well, not just for their Japanese releases. Even though like some of the songs in Japan are still kind of like in the kawaii kind of format, it's still like, you know, stronger than like G. Like Loving Girls is still stronger than G and O, and it's basically like the more successful version of I Got a Boy. Like, you gotta be honest. You really gotta be honest about this. Like, if you compare Loving Girls and I Got a Boy, Loving Girls seems like it's a bit more planned than I Got a Boy was. Because I Got a Boy, even though I do like the song, it was everywhere. Like, I had to listen to it so many times for me to actually get used to it and like start liking it. While Girls in Peace was such a catchy song, right off the bat it caught me. A lot of Girls' Generation Japanese releases do get me. They get me like right on the spot. While for the Korean releases, the songs that got me hooked right into it was Run Double Run, The Boys, and those were probably the two songs that really like got me like right on the spot. Like, every other song, I had to keep on listening to it for me to actually get hooked onto it. And also, I feel like with their Japanese releases, like, each girl is represented more equally than in the Korean releases. I feel like in the Korean releases, it's really mainly all about Taeyeon, Tiffany, and Jessica, and Sohyun. While with their Japanese releases, you see all the girls, and it's really, they're representing them all equally, unlike their Korean releases. And I know I'm going to probably get hate from a lot of someone saying, no, you don't know them. Honestly, this is just my personal opinion, and I would love to hear your own opinions in the comment section below. Like, what do you guys feel? Are you guys feeling like, the same way? Like, girls' generations should start being a bit more daring in their Korean music, like they are in the Japanese music, or do you feel like they should keep like the Japanese style and the Korean style separate? Like, I really want to hear you guys' opinions on about this, and just leave in the comment section below, or just message me on YouTube if it's gonna be like a really long kind of like more than like a paragraph kind of story. But I still want to hear your opinions, so leave in the comment section below, or tweet me your opinions, Tumblr me your opinions, or anything. So, and then that's really just it. I share this video to other salons so I could hear their opinions, and even for you non-salons, like I would recommend going checking out some of the Korean releases and their Japanese releases. Then coming back here and leaving your opinions. But anyway, I'll see you guys in the next video.